Hi, my name is Dan, and this is my channel, Engelgeist. You are tuning in to the October Tarotscopes for the sign of Leo for the month of October 2019. If you have your rising, your sun, moon, or possibly your Venus is in Leo, then I would watch this video. If it turns into a love reading, then if your Venus is in Leo, you would want to watch this video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you do enjoy the Tarotscopes. I also have other videos on there. You can follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333. Let's get into it. I'm going to start to shuffle the cards now to see what Leo has in store for them this month of October. This coming month. Let's see here. Okay, so this first card is kind of the general gist of what the month of October is going to be like as far as where you're going to be resonating at most of the time. This is a general reading for all Leos that may tune in, and for, those of you that have your moon, sun, rising, all that stuff in Leo. So this is a broad spectrum reading. If you wanted anything more in depth, I am available for private readings, okay? But this is sort of like a general gist of where the month of October will be for our Leos. So we have the Sun card, which is a beautiful card because this is the card that is ruled by Leo, actually. So this is very in line. There's a lot of alignment going on right out of the gate for Leos in the month of October. I like that this is your sort of general disposition throughout the month. I see, like there's an improvement in finances. There's a bit of sort of like just good energy happening here. There's even maybe room for for some of you for romance. If you look at this couple walking along the beach together, the sun gives life to everything. Spirit is here, life is here, energy is here. It's all here. Growth, transformation, even, accessing the higher realms and having sort of a spiritual connection is all in here for Leo. And it feels very at home. So because we have the Sun card, which is Leo's card in the Tarot, right? So to me, this feels like very much at home. You're going to feel very at home in the month of October. Things are going to be very comfortable, the energy will be good. You will be supplying others with energy, just like the sun supplies the rest of our planet with energy. I see the Leos being sort of a source of inspiration and energy for those around them, sort of a beaming light of positivity. And also, the Leos will benefit themselves just from being in this sort of space, because I think you guys, when you are naturally sort of doing this, it behooves you and benefits you. You feel better about yourselves. You feel good. You guys can be a gregarious bunch, but you are very much loving and caring. And so when you have the ability to put that out there and it be well received, I think that's when you're at your best, right? And so that's what I feel like this Sun card is telling me, is that October might actually kind of be one of your better months in the year 2019. Or it certainly is going to, feel that way throughout the month. Now, the next card is the Foundation card. This card tells me a little bit about sort of what was going on in the recent past that would sort of have opened the door for the cards to be the way that they are today. This is the Five of Wands. Interesting, this card has shown up I've only done 5 spreads so far, and this card has shown up in 3 different spreads. It was in Aries, it was in Taurus, and now it's in Leo. It feels like the month of October, if I'm going to be honest, everybody is doing a lot of work on themselves, on their negative emotions, on their feelings. So this to me says, for you guys, as far as my Leos are concerned, that you've come through a rather dark period. That's why you're able to shine now. It feels like you've conquered something, or you've broken free of something, or you're in the process of breaking free of something that has not really always had your best interest at heart, has not always worked for you, has not always helped you or felt good, okay? It feels to me like you may have been trapped at times by this situation, but whatever it may be it a relationship, a job, just whatever it is that's not serving you, To me, this says that it's in the past. It sort of was it had a hold on you at one point, but at this point, with the sun being your kind of your go-to energy for the month of October and where you're going to be resonating at the most of the time, it says to me that you are definitely free of this oppression. You're definitely free of this Five of Wands. I do have to say, Wands is a fire element card. It is the spirit card, so to me it feels like on some level you guys have felt a little bit maybe repressed or oppressed spiritually. I do like that it is a fire sign, or fire card, and you guys are a fire sign. But when you are being oppressed in that area, sort of like it's not good for you as Leos, right? So we've shaken ourselves free of it, or we've maybe learned our lessons and we're about to move on and move into a position of power or energy in the month of October. Okay, the next card is the soul or spirit card. This tells me what your soul or spirit is working on and what it's looking at. And this is the Eight of Wands. Again, we have a fire card, a fire element card, Wands being the spirit, and this is harmony. To me, this is all about finding inner harmony, but also having it reflect outwardly. It says to me here that it has been a long road and a long journey, and it's been something that you've been seeking for a long time. It says to me that you will work towards it. You have the strength to get there. You may not be there yet, and it may not be there by the end of October, but it is something that is within your reach. It is something that your soul is seeking, and it is something that you will find at some point. You have to trust the process and keep moving forward. I know that there was a period where things weren't in very much harmony with this oppression card here, but you've kind of gotten beyond that, and because you've gotten beyond that and you are able now in the month of October to shine with this energy of like positivity and the sun, you're going to be able to light that path and find that harmony a little bit easier, or at least pieces of it along the way, to build to this greater harmony that you're looking towards that's far out on the horizon. So the next two cards are the outside influences. These cards tell me a little bit about sort of what's influencing you. They can represent as people, sometimes events, sometimes things more vague like energies or belief systems that are having an effect on you during the month of October. So what is the Woman of Cups? This is Rejoicer. I like this card here. It feels like it's a very positive female energy. This is like the Queen of Cups, right? So we're talking about positive feminine feelings, women around us that we love, women that we care about. This could be sisters, mothers, good girlfriends, but surrounding us with those people, this brings us to, they support us in this month. And we are supporting them with this sun card, right? When we're in our natural element, when the Leos are in their natural grace and element of being able to give energy, brightness, gregariousness, be happy and provide and sort of energize others, we're actually going to find that, they give something back to us too, right? These women in our lives. This could also be girlfriends for some of us, for some of us that are watching that might have either water sign girlfriends of like Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This could be just the girlfriends in general, basically, and the fact that it's or wives. The fact that it's the Rejoicer card says that like they're going to be happy too. Kind of like what I'm feeling like as I'm looking at this card is they're happy because you're happy in making them happy. So it's sort of like this cyclical thing. And I feel like these girlfriends, and they could be platonic or romantic girlfriends is what I'm talking about. They've sort of seen you through this too. They know what you've come through, and that's why they're rejoicing at your achievements of having freed yourself from whatever this was that was oppressing you. And they're like I almost feel like they're along the ride with you down this road towards this harmony that you're looking for. Now, the other outside influence is the Art card. This is one of the more vague cards of the deck. This card has to do with is part of the major arcana, so it does pack a punch and it has a certain amount of energy to it. I feel like this is sort of the universe kind of letting you know you can do whatever you want. You can create whatever you want. When I think of the word art, I think of creation. I think of like being sort of turned on and inspired. I think of the fact that there's all of this sort of like energy. We have it's funny too, because we have the fire in all of these wands cards, right? And we have the fire in the sun. We have the Woman of Cups here, and then I see this fiery water and this volcano down here, and I see all of this water here. So there's a nice blend of energies of fire and water that create sort of, and we also have double rainbows here, which is a very other good blessing, I feel like. You don't see a double rainbow very often. But I do want to say that with this art card, it says to me that in the month of October, you have the opportunity to create whatever it is you want, as long as you keep your this sun disposition that you have, this positive energy, this strong, positive, giving energy. If you keep that intact and you feed it, like sort of, not only extend that to others and to yourself, but also you enjoy this energy that is around you too, this Woman of Cups energy, you'll find that you're able to sort of create on a level that like you haven't maybe created before, or at least this year, okay? And I want to say that this art card opens us up to new opportunities, new ideas of creativity, new routes and paths of where we want to be and what we want to do, how we want to be and how we want to go about doing it. But it's wide open. Do you see what I'm saying? In the sense that it's like whatever we choose to create in the month of October could be very beneficial to us and can be very inspirational, not only to ourselves, but also quite possibly others, okay? So keep that in mind as you move through the month of October. Now, this last card is what I call the potential outcomes card. This card tells me a little bit about sort of where things are naturally heading, barring that nothing major changes. We do have free will and free choice, so that gives us the right to make any choices and changes we see fit. This card may indeed not come to pass for some of you, all of you. If it is a negative card, the good thing is we can use this as a warning to make choices and changes now to avoid the outcome of this card. But if it is something positive that we want to see come to pass, we don't really have to do much other than just continue shining like this sun card and bringing about this sort of positivity into our life to have it come to pass by month's end. So this is the Six of Crystals, which is confusion. This is a strange ending for me. For this reading, because this reading feels overall very, very positive, other than the fact that we've come through this period where things were a little bit dark, but this was in the past, right? This confusion to me says that I think that there's something, when I look at it, what I'm hearing from Spirit is that it's not necessarily your confusion. I feel like something might get mixed up by month's end for most of you communication-wise amongst others. That this might be something that isn't necessarily... How do I want to say this? I feel like there's a breakdown in communication here, and that's what's leading to the confusion. It's also a crystals card, which deals with the element of air and the intellect. So I think people might be overthinking things a little bit too much by month's end. I don't think it's my Leos that are overthinking, though. I think that my Leos are resonating at this place of the sun, and I think that there might be people around them that are maybe bothered by that or perturbed by that, okay? And it's not these Women of Cups, if that makes sense. It's not you have some good Judys or some good girlfriends that are around you, sisters, girlfriends, whatever you want, feminine energy that's around you that is good. This feels a little bit more masculine in its energy. And it almost feels like, I don't know, like I feel like there's some sort of, by month's end, there might be a decision that needs to be made or some sort of clarification that needs to be made clear for the Leos to move forward into November, okay? And it might be a rather big sort of mistake, or it might be a rather big sort of miscommunication that happens. I don't feel like it's on Leo's behalf. I feel like either the Leos are being misunderstood or they're being misinterpreted. It's not that... do you see what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I mean by this. This does not feel like this is an actual... like the Leos are going to be confused. It feels more like the people around Leo are going to be upset with the Leos for being in such a positive place and not maybe giving them the attention that they feel that they deserve or the communication that they need. Because Leo is going to be kind of, in my impression, because looking at this art card and the sun card, which are the two major arcana cards here, you guys might be spending some time doing a little bit of creating, daydreaming, having some fun, and that might cause some confusion amongst those around you that need your attention or want your attention in a certain way, and they get a little bit upset that they can't have it. So that might lead to confusion on Leo's part, because I feel like now I'm hearing this like, well, what did I do? I don't understand. What did I do? So if you find yourself a little bit confused at month's end because people are upset with you for reasons that don't really make sense, that might be the case. Don't worry about it though. Don't let that dim your shine. Don't let that dim your creativity in this art card. Keep moving forward and keep being your fabulous Leo selves. You're going to be all right. This is more them than it is you. Okay, I'm very, very clear on that message. This is almost about like some of this here that you've escaped in the month of October. They want to come back and they're like, no, wait. And they want to sort of like pull you back in, draw you back in. You're not going to let them. And that's going to either confuse them or upset them. And that's okay, okay? So this is your monthly predictive for the October Tarotscope. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to me. And hit the bell so you're notified every time that I put up a new video. I have all sorts of videos, pick-a-cards and unboxings and things like that. I do a daily forecast. You can always join us in the morning for that, where it's a collective look at the energy. And I hope to see you guys at another video really soon. Thank you so much and have a good day.